Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are talking right now with Doug Upstone, SBR contributor who's done NFL videos with us all year long. And right now we're going to take a look at the totals for both conference championship games. Doug Upstone, thanks for being with us.
Peter, my pleasure to be back here once again. And yes, so we're going to deviate a little bit from our false favorites and top dogs because we don't have that many games to choose from this time. So we're going to change it up a little bit and discuss the totals of these two games.
All right. Well, the totals are interesting. There certainly appears to be at first glance a way that that the average square public bettor would be leaning. Both the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers are 2-5 over/under over their last 7 games, and with Seattle with that awesome defense, obviously, and Green Bay with Rodgers hobbled, obviously, seems like the obvious lean would be to the under. Is that what you like here?
Yeah, I actually do in this case. Mention the Seattle defense. They're giving up 15.9 points per game on the season, which is almost 30% lower than what their opponents have scored this year. And then on the streak that they're on of 7 wins and covers, Peter, they're giving up 8 points a game. 8. I mean, that's unheard of in modern football. So, I mean, this is a tremendous defense. And as I mentioned in the previous video, I mean, what these guys are doing is it's remarkable. It's more comparable to the 1985 Chicago Bears. And when you consider it's 2 years that they're doing this, you can make the case that you'd have to go all the way back to the steel curtain of the Pittsburgh Steelers of the 70s. So I think that's, how they're performing, how they're shutting down teams. It's just absolutely remarkable. Now we look at, the problems that the Packers have, going to Seattle and, first of all, being on the road. They're only averaging 21 points per game on the road. Their last 2 visits to Seattle, they've scored a total of 28 points. Aaron Rodgers is hobbled. If they can't run the ball, I think they're in real trouble, in this situation. And I also look up to the fact that the Packers are 16-6 under, revenging a loss of 14 or more points, and they're 6-0 under coming off exactly 2 home games. The public is just under 50%, or excuse me, just over 50% betting the under in this game. I think that number should be going up, and I think the number by game time, could be coming down. I think the under is still the best way to go, Peter.
All right, well, we'll see. And then the next one, Colts and Pats, of course, the obvious play appears to be the over, right? The last 3 times these teams have played, all gone over, all been big shootouts. This year, total is 58. No problem. Went over anyway. Right now we're seeing about 53.5. The obvious play seems to be the over. Is that what you like here, Doug?
Oh, once again, I'm going to go contrarian on this one. No, this isn't certainly not a big play for me in this game. But yeah, I mean, when you look at Andrew Luck and Tom Brady at the controls and 3 straight overs, of course, you would think that would be over again. But one of the things that's occurred here is that Indianapolis in those 3 games has yet to score more than 24 points in any of those games. So New England knows how to control them. I also think that the Indianapolis defense is really playing well right now. I think they'll give up yards, but I think they'll be able to slow down the Patriots offense. I think that, after 3 times of getting beat over the head, I think this team is ready to give a tremendous defensive effort this particular week. I think their corners can at least slow down the New England pass receivers, and I think they can get a pass rush to take away some of the things that New England likes to do. They'll certainly be focused on the running game, having given up over 200 yards in each of the last 2 games. So from that standpoint, I really like the idea of going under in this particular game, and that the fact that the Colts are 6-0 under if they've given up 17 or less points in their last 2 games.
Very interesting take there, Doug Upstone. I'm assuming that the over is going to be a big public play, right? Do you have the betting stats so far for that?
Yeah, right now it's interesting what happened here, Peter, is that when I checked this out on Monday, it was 75% for the people who were on the over. Mm-hmm. But as of Wednesday, doing this video today, is that it's down to 55%.
Wow.
So there's been, obviously there's been more bets, and I don't know what action it was early, in terms of whether it be sharp action or whatever, mm-hmm. but it has come down, and so I think the number probably is about right. I'm just going to myself, based on the circumstances, I'm going to choose the under.
All right, interesting handicapping situation. Thanks for your thoughts, Doug Upstone.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns. Big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.